the Art in Action, which highlights local artists. They get to do live art demonstrations, and we actually sell those art pieces that they create that night, and all the proceeds go back to those artists. So Saturday is a full day of shopping. Something new is our partnership with Carpet Tech. We are doing a Christmas toy drive with Carpet Tech. So what is the time frame on that?
I believe it's Saturday from 12 to 2, so that would be November 8th.
Yes, so you can drop by and drop off a Christmas present that Carpet Tech is going to collect and distribute to kids in the neighbor or in the communities. And finally, our Sunday we have Santa. TTU Pediatrics is bringing Santa. It's completely free with the admission. You get a photo with Santa that's provided by David Williams, and so it's all free. We have little arts and crafts set up, and that's from 1 to 3 p.m. on Sunday. So a full weekend, you can stay as busy as you want. Great vendors, lots of shopping.
And that's November 7th through 9th.
Yes. And you told me over 40 years for the Christmas Roundup. Tell me over the years, kind of the changes it's made and how the community continues to like support it.
I think the way it's grown.
Yes, I think the growth is amazing. We have 2 full halls in the Civic Center with just shopping. We have merchants kind of lining up.
Booths.
Yep.
And so you'll have a lot of local businesses, which is great, but we also have quite a few coming in from outside of Amarillo. Yes. So it's nice because we can always make sure we're bringing things that the shoppers really enjoy.
Yeah.
We've got everything from women's clothes and jewelry to baby gear to men's gifts. We've got customizable gifts.
Food.
Yeah.
We just have a little bit for everyone. We wanted to make sure to curate a place where you could really, truly knock out all of your Christmas shopping. We wanted a little variety for everyone. I mean, there's plenty of shopping to do, so please come. It's so fun.
Yes.
Yeah. And you kind of already touched on it, but you're getting everybody in that Christmas spirit. But at the same time, you guys are supporting the museum. Tell me how those kind of go hand in hand with the event.
Yes, so Christmas Roundup, like you said, it's a long-standing tradition, and it's kind of fun to get in the spirit and get your shopping kicked out in November. But the $10 at the door, mind you, that gets you in all weekend. So it's a small part, but that's a huge part in what the museum does to further the art education in Amarillo and the Panhandle. I think Amanda can touch on a couple of the things that the museum highlights in the communities.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, specifically the Alliance, she's right, that raises money for our art education. And that art education spans from the school tours and the school outreach that we do to all 26 counties of the Panhandle, which is actually 62 school districts. So we reach out to those and we bring art to them. One of our favorites is a new program called Museum in Residence. It's where we are taking art lessons back to elementary schools in AISD. Out of the 36 elementary schools, only 2 of them have an art program anymore. So we're happy to be able to be in the doors at 2 schools already, and we hope to continue growing that. We also have our Young at Art program. It's so dear and darling. It's where we take art outreach to senior citizens or assisted living facilities, and they love it. It's so sweet. Those are my favorite photos to see when the art educators come back to the museum. And then other than that, we do like artist talks and lectures. So really, there's art programming for just about every age.
Yeah. And you touched on it a little earlier, but making art accessible for the community. Tell me about that and how the museum is working towards that.
Well, I think by having free admission, it kind of breaks down the barriers of being able to see it or to not, or to how many times you can come a year. We also have our museum school, and we keep those at very nominal fees. So that way, if somebody wants to put their kids in a lesson, then they can. Let's see.
It is. It's just super affordable. I think that that's a big thing. And just being out in the community, it's just really important. You don't realize how important it is, especially starting at such a young age with the elementary school children and letting them have that spot in school to express their creativity. And it's just really sweet. And there's actually kind of year-round events at the museum that people are also available to come to that are super fun.
Yeah, we do like to engage the community with events all year round. So we have probably over a dozen events. And they're not always at the museum. Sometimes we go to things. We enjoy participating in Refugee Day. We are at Hoodoo. We were just there, and it was a great turnout. So we love partnering with other community organizations, whether they're cultural organizations or, education. We just like being a good partner in the community.
And talking about working with the Refugee Language Project or the refugee organization and everything, art is universal.
It
Tell me
is.
how you're able to kind of express art and let other people kind of show a little bit of themselves through it.
You're absolutely right. Art is a universal language. It's all around us, everywhere you go. You can go anywhere in the world, and you don't have to speak their native language to be able to appreciate the beauty that's all around you. And I think that that's why it's special. And I think sometimes you can maybe see a different perspective, or maybe you're introduced to something in a different culture if you just kind of open your eyes and look around their artwork.
And tell me about Christmas Roundup again. How can people sign up? What can they expect? Information and stuff like that.
Yes. So Christmas Roundup will be at the Civic Center from November 7th through the 9th. Tickets are available at the door. It's $10, and that ticket will get you in all weekend long. We're going to be advertising and pushing stuff out, so look for that. But really, it's kind of an easy, you just show up and shop and just know that you're shopping for a good cause. So
Yeah.
don't feel guilty to come shop. Come on.
And talk about vendors. Do you guys already have some that will be laid out? What can people kind of expect when they
Oh,
get out?
yes, we're full. We've got all 200 booths are full.
Yeah.
Which actually I think it's over 200.
It is, yes. We
Might be
have
up to
so
20.
many. We have a lot of the classics coming back. We've
Yeah.
welcomed some new ones. We have some people from all around the country coming in. We have Canyon highlights. We're trying to encourage some Dalhart highlights. So we're really trying to pull in places from the Panhandle that you can just come in and shop. An emphasis on baby clothes and bringing in some more menswear, and just I like to shop for myself, but also I will be shopping for my whole family because we're
Yeah.
going to have accessibility to all of it. So it's
Yeah.
really exciting.
And tell me what percentage of the proceeds from that event goes right back to the museum?
100%.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. And do you guys have a goal with the money that is raised? Is that going towards anything at the museum?
Just all those art education programs that we talked about. So it's a whole slew of them, but it really is, it helps us just complete our mission. You know, we just want to bring people together. The Texas Panhandle is really diverse. We're
Yeah.
a diverse group, but I think you can find common ground a lot of times in art. I think it can open your eyes to maybe different perspectives. And so, really, we just want to encourage everybody and engage the community through art.
And tell me about the education programs. People want to get in touch with those. They want to learn more. How can they do so?
Oh, I think the best way to figure out what we're doing is to follow our social media.
Yes.
I think Facebook and Instagram is
Yes.
really the best, but you can always go to our website. So our website is amoa.org.
All right, perfect. And hours at the museum and everything for people to come visit.
Okay, we are open Wednesday through Sunday. So Wednesday through Saturday, it's 11 to 5, and on Sunday, it's 1 to 5.
And when people are walking through, what's one thing you hope they kind of gain as they're walking through the museum and seeing the different art pieces laid out?
I hope they just appreciate seeing something different. You know, art's not just an oil painting of florals hanging on a wall. It's so many varieties of mediums and different artist perspectives. And I think there's just always something interesting. So that's why you should come by more than once a year.
Yes.
Do you have anything you want to add to that? What's something that you hope they gain?
I think just when they walk into the Museum of Art, like Amanda said, they see new things every time.
Yeah.
So they gain an interest in the museum and continue to come back year after year. I can say that I was not, I guess, educated in art, and I never felt intimidated. I never felt overwhelmed. I just felt welcomed and intrigued, and it just furthered my love for it. So.
And talking about that, tell me, why did you guys decide to kind of want to work with the Museum of Art? What's kind of your passion for it? Where does that come from?
I love, I guess, volunteering in the community, and I love knowing that where my volunteer hours are going towards good programs. And so the Museum of Art was just, it was a no-brainer, honestly. Art education is so important, and I think sometimes it's forgotten. And I just love knowing that what we're doing for a whole weekend is going 100% of the proceeds are going towards that. And so it's so important. And Christmas Roundup has just been a long-standing tradition with the Museum of Art. And so the Alliance Board and the Museum of Art go hand in hand and have an amazing group of volunteers that come back year and year because they just love what we're doing.
I agree. I actually started as a volunteer for the museum. Then I began as a chair, and then I joined the board, and now I actually work for the Amarillo Museum of Art. So I believe in the mission that much.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I've seen my daughters take classes there when they didn't have that availability in their school at elementary school. But also, my husband took classes there. So it's very full circle for me.
Yeah. And you touched on it a little bit earlier, Amanda, that only 2 schools currently have an art program.
Correct.
Tell me about keeping art alive here in the Panhandle.
Oh, I think it's so important, but particularly for those little learners.
Yeah.
They need it for their creative, their expression. It helps build empathy. There's just so many different things, social and emotional, that I think you gain from art. But our curriculum is full. AISD has a lot going on, but they had to remove the art from elementary schools, and I'm happy that we can bridge that gap, just fill in that lack of art education.
And how can the community help you guys bridge that gap? How can they donate or support you guys?
Well, donations and support are obviously just the top things that, any nonprofit organization needs. And you can always go to our website and make a donation there. You can always call the museum. Our phone number is 806-371-5050. I'd be willing to meet with anybody if they just want to find out more about it. But our website has a good little write-up of all the things we do as well.
And finally, from a volunteer perspective, tell me how can they also help with that as well?
I think just come out to Christmas Roundup, shop. If you're interested in volunteering, we're always open and looking for more people to get involved. And I think please just attend the museum, go to the events, because you want to see that your dollars are truly going towards something that's really impactful in Amarillo. And so there's nothing better than to know that what you're working for goes towards it. So come full circle, come to Christmas Roundup, go to the museum, attend those events, and just see how it all comes together.
Alrighty, I think that is everything.